Let's talk about the first commemoration of June 12, Democracy Day on June 12, as well as the planned nationwide protest. Correspondent Ademola Lawrence joins me here in the studio in Lagos. Uche Okoro joins live from Port Harcourt. Well, let's begin from the studio. Ademola, we hear about tensed atmosphere. You've been round Lagos. What have you noticed thus far?
I think that beyond the rhetorics of what is going to happen tomorrow, where people tend to say this is going to happen at different points, at different places in Lagos. One of the things that I've noticed in Lagos today is, the moving around of security agencies all around Lagos, because of what's going to happen tomorrow. So it is very interesting to see that, at different times, the government of the day is proactive in saying, okay, because we have heard this, these are the things that's going to happen. People are moving here and there. And one of the things I also want to point out is the fact that, the sit-at-home order purportedly put out by some set of people that Lagosians should sit at home. You should also, it will interest you to know, of course, everybody knows that Lagos is a no-tribe state. So it will be very difficult for things like that to happen because you have Lagos is like a microcosm of Nigeria.
Already, the police commissioner made it clear that there is no such thing as sit at home.
Of course,
and that people can go
exactly. So
go about their business.
Exactly. So it's going to be very difficult for you to say, residents of Lagos should sit down. So, and the commissioner of Lagos has already said nothing of such is happening. Nothing of such as is going to happen in Lagos. So, but in preparation for whatever is going to happen, you can't predict whatever is going to happen in terms of even if the protest is going to happen.
Unfortunately, we don't have Twitter to follow the trends and to know where people are going to gather. But what we know is that there seem to be different groups and different interests as regards the June 12 protest.
While talking to some people today, they made me understand that they want to try as much as possible to see that what happened during the NSAS do not happen again. And I'm very sure that's what the Lagos State government is also trying to avoid. When I say what happened, I mean the NSAS started genuinely until it was hijacked by hoodlums. So what happened at the end of it should not happen again in Lagos. So everybody must be on board to say we are not going to allow this to happen. Should people protest? Yes. Do we have the right to protest? Yes. But at the same time, we should be wary, of what happened at the end of the protest,
apparently,
wherever it comes from.
And just like what we heard from the National Association of Nigerian Students, that they have intelligence that their planned protest was going to be hijacked by certain politicians, and that has been postponed now. Let's turn our attention to Port Harcourt, where Uche Okoro is standing by. Uche, it appears the rallies began earlier in Port Harcourt, this time in support of One Nigeria. Tell us about the situation report and what you can see on ground as we speak.
In Port Harcourt, as I speak to you, everywhere is calm. Everywhere is calm. Initially, everyone expected there to be an uneasy calm in the city, but I can tell you that everywhere is calm. Already in Rivers State for a number of weeks now, there's been a nighttime curfew which has been in place in Rivers State. It is still in force. Nighttime curfew in Port Harcourt at 8:30, that takes effect. So it is still in force. So right now, everywhere is calm. In the daytime, everyone was going about their normal activities. There's been no disruption to commercial or economic activities or vehicular movement so far. The atmosphere is calm. The police has advised, recommended that residents should celebrate Democracy Day at home. Residents can go visit recreational centers to unwind. But as for protests, they don't have the power to ban protests, but they have rather recommended that residents should refrain from coming out on the streets because of what my colleague Ademola Lawrence has pointed out, the possibility of these protests being hijacked. There is a very, very, very high tendency of these protests being hijacked. We recall what happened in Rivers State last year. About 4 police stations were attacked, 3 police officers killed, and an unspecified number of arms and ammunition scattered away by hoodlums. So the police and security agencies are trying to ensure that this does not happen again. And they are of the view that if protests are allowed to happen, things may spiral out of their control. But so far, they've been able to secure some commitments from groups, that tomorrow will be protest-free. But then again, we know that traces of mobilization is happening on social media, so we will wait until tomorrow to see if indeed the city of Port Harcourt, the state Rivers, is going to be protest-free.
I'm wondering which of the social media you're referring to. But Uche, let's talk about June 12th. This is perhaps the first commemoration of democracy on June 12th, and we've had some civil society organizations asking people to boycott government programs for tomorrow. Are there any specific programs organized by government in commemoration of Democracy Day in Rivers?
Well, definitely we expect such to happen. Currently, we know that the Rivers State government is celebrating its anniversary with a number of programs have been lined up, have been going on for a number of days now. So definitely, the Rivers State government is going to do something. We haven't heard any such calls in Rivers State. Like I said, we haven't heard any such calls for boycott of government activities here in Rivers State. So far, the government has been going on smoothly with its activities to mark its anniversary. We haven't had any calls in Rivers State to boycott activities of government. So we expect tomorrow to be hitch-free. From what I've seen on ground today and the build-up to today, there are no signs that there will be trouble tomorrow. Because a number of youth groups have said even if they come out to have any programs, they intend to do that as in a town hall format. So we do not expect any trouble tomorrow. But you earlier said you are wondering which aspects of the social media I was speaking about. Well, you know that there is still Facebook. Of course, you know that there are still there is still the controversial argument that Twitter is still operational somehow in Nigeria. So some mobilization is still going on. I've seen some media material calling out persons to converge at the Port Harcourt Leisure Park. Yeah, I've seen some social media material calling out residents to converge at the Port Harcourt Leisure Park tomorrow for a protest. So
it's a good place to leave it, Uche. Our Democracy Day broadcast kicks at 7 a.m. tomorrow with the President's broadcast. And indeed, we're going to have live crossings from across the country with updates and indeed analyses on Democracy Day as Nigeria celebrates 22 years of unbroken democratic rule. Uche Okoro live for us in Port Harcourt, Ademola Lawrence in Lagos. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow.